How's it going, guys? So a lot of people have been asking me what I use to scan and filter in the morning of exactly what stocks are moving and how I determine what I'm going to play. And it's fairly simple, really. Honestly, I keep things very simple. I keep only three EMA lines. I just watch volume. You know, a lot of people have these very convoluted, extremely just all over the place charts with RSIs and MACDs and Bollinger Bands and tons of different EMAs. And it kind of just looks like an absolute mess when I see all these other guys with their charts. I'm a very basic chartist. I like to do the marine method, keep it simple, stupid. So as far as like MRNS, I was just doing three EMAs, using price action as a guide right here. 740 is when I got in after I wasn't going to play this one, but after the initial spike, it caused our 200 EMA to cross over the 250. This is why we weren't going to play it, was because of this. Right here, it was still under, and it needed to cross it in order to confirm my personal strategy, in which it did after this spike. And after a consolidation right here, I just took a flyer and bought in at 740, set an alert for anything over 750, and then set a tight stop after that. But that ended up being a great play, and I walked away because nothing else was really moving, and this was a very surprising move. But so yeah, that was one of the main reasons why I got into that one. It's very important to have to know your system and know your indicators. But back to the point here: what screeners, what filters do I use? I use a site called TradingView.com. It's free for the most part. You get a couple free technicals, and they got one of the best scanners out there. And personally, I think it's the best scanner out there. That's for free. So what you want to go do right here is at the bottom, or actually, yeah, at the bottom of a chart is the screener right here. So you click screener, it'll take you to the TradingView screener. And so it has all these filters, and it's just a convoluted mess. So we're going to go here is we're going to clean it up. So what I don't need to know the change. I would like to know the percentage because I want to see how much it's gained. The closing price is important. The description, the name. The EPS basic, definitely don't need it. Market cap is actually, it's okay. It's you don't really need it, but it's nice to know. It's a good way to determine the float size and the volatility of things. The higher the market cap, the lower the volatility, and the lower the market cap, the higher it is. That's basically how I look at it. Number of employees, not important. Price to earnings, not important. I don't need to know the rating. I don't need to know the sector. I don't need to know the symbol type. But what is important is the volume. That is definitely important. And we'll continue to scroll down, and they got tons and tons of indicators. And you know what? I played around with a bunch of these, and this is what I like the best. So the only thing we're going to add left is the average volume on the 10-day, because as a day trader, you don't want to look at previous history month, 2 months before. You want to know what's happening right now. And so the 10-day is what I like to the filter that I choose. So we're going to go over here and drag this. So you want the volume over average volume. It's just a little easier to see. And we're going to go ahead and change the percentage gain to at least above 10%, because anything below 10% of a gain has the chance to close red. Now, so anything above 10%, and then we're going to want to order it by volume. So you want the highest volume at the top of the list. And so this is basically it. This is my filter that I use in the morning to determine what I want to play. You hit the refresh button right here. It refreshes the whole list. So for the most part, I ignore penny stocks. Anything under $1 is, to me, is unchartable. It's too cheap. Anyone with $1,000 can manipulate it, and people. It's just too cheap. I'm not about anything under $1. And as you can see here, I want at least two, three, four, 5 times the average volume, which is why I didn't play Digital Power, because it's not even double the average volume. Where's it going to go without volume? Of course, it has a lot of volume, but compared to the average, it's only 36 over 28, which is not good. Delcath we ignore. That's under $1. VTGN. This actually popped up earlier, or no, I mean later during the day, so we didn't even get to see that. But if you traded it yesterday, you could. It's basically just bag holder central. Didn't play it. Didn't have enough volume. It does have volume now, but it's the end of the day. It's 3 times the average volume, but it's only up 17%. What does that tell you? It means the bulls have no strength here. If you want 3 times the average volume, you got to have a lot more than 17%, at least over 20. And then this is the big winner right here, looks like 6 times the average volume, up over 40%. That's the one that I would have played. Got a good price on it, nothing under $1. And then we'll continue to go down. Usually I like to focus on the top 10 because those are the volume movers of the day. Those are the ones, top 10, the most volume. So we'll go down here. ENTL, that would have been an okay play, but look, I believe it was just no volatility left for us on that one. Let me double check. Yeah, it was just one of those. When I see this, I just think of like a stock transfer. Some institutions just transferring stock, and you can't really day trade those ones unless you're day trading 100 share lots every other minute. It's just annoying and not too much money being made. MYO had great volume. Look at this, tons of volume. 4 or 5 times the average volume, but once again, it's only up 14%. It was hovering around 14, 20%. With that much volume, you want a higher gain than that. That shows no bull strength. And then when we get down here, it's just you're not going to get any runners or winners down here unless it's early in the morning. They'll show up right here first and then continue to climb up. But for the most part, top 5, top 10 on this list is what I like to trade. And just going down at MRNS was the best one today, and it ended up being the best one today because it had volume and it had bull strength. Anything over 15% I consider bullish. Anything at 15%, 10%, especially with a good amount of volume, it just means there's just not enough buyers. So bears have strength there. But yeah, for the most part, this is what I use. It's very simple. It's very basic. TradingView.com is it's a great resource. Just don't get caught up in all the indicators because it does have a lot of information and it can be overwhelming. But for the most part, try to use this as your scanner and filter in the morning and check it out and hit the refresh button, 6:30 opening bell, and you will see exactly what is moving. Sometimes within the first 15 minutes, there's a stock that's 4 or 5 times the average volume. And those are the ones you want to look at and just chart out. And as far as charts go, everyone has their own different charts. I just work with my 3 EMAs, the 50, the 100, the 250, and the histogram volume bars. And yeah, that's basically it for the most part. As we check in on MRNS right now. And yeah, you can see here that thing's going to pop after hours, I believe it. Although it might fade away eventually, this thing has a lot of bull strength. But yeah, go check out that screener, tradingview.com. Try it out. It's way better than anyone else spouting nonsense on StockTwits, pumping up the stocks that they're stuck in a position is, because that's what mostly all those pumpers are. They're bag holders, so trying to get out of their position using your money. So stay smart, trade safely, try it out. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but this is one of the greatest scanners and filters for free online. You can use it on any browser, and it's a nice resource, so check it out.